Hi, third grade families. Today I want to talk to you in this video about the planner that your child got for third grade that they will be using every single day at school. And it's a way that we can communicate to you at home and back and forth. They will need this every day. Excuse me. So please talk to your child and help them take really good care of this. If you haven't already looked through it, I'm just going to kind of point out how we use it and maybe answer some questions that you might have. This will be kept in the front pocket of their expandable binder. And so when you open up, the first page you get to is their conduct sheet. There's a place that you don't need to sign it every night, but if you will just sign on Thursdays, so that way we know that you've seen their whole week. But we do encourage you to go ahead and take a look at it every single night. We just don't actually need your signature until Thursday night. The teachers, we're all on the same page with this, that by the time it gets to the point that we need to sign and write something on here, we do feel like it's at the point that we need to communicate with you that there is something going on with your child, and this is the best way for us to handle it. Please know that if we take the time out of our day, we have a really busy day in third grade, that if we're taking the time out of the day to sign your child's conduct sheet because of their behavior, please know your child has probably had several redirections, has had ample opportunity to change this behavior, and they are just choosing to not want to do that, or it's like something pretty big and eventful. But please know that if we write it on here, we would like for you to have a conversation with your child, because it's to the point that we feel like you need to know what's going on, and they have had attempts or redirections to try to fix it, and they're just not to that point yet. And so this is kind of our okay, I need to kind of let mom and dad know that you're just not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So please kind of take it seriously that and have a conversation with your kiddo if we need to mark their conduct sheet. If they get more than 3 or more signatures in a week, then on Friday we do have reward recess for those kids who get their work done and those kids who have showed Bobcat behavior all week long. And so if your child gets 3 or more signatures, unfortunately they are just going to have to miss out on that reward recess, and that's just going to have to be one of the consequences that they will have to deal with if they just cannot seem to behave in someone else's classroom. Okay. The next thing, if you haven't already looked, but each day when your child comes into homeroom, we have kind of a schedule already listed out of the assignments and various things that will be going on in every content classroom. And so your child is responsible for writing all the things down. So if you've already seen that maybe your child's coming home and it's kind of not all filled out, they might not be using their time wisely in the morning. And so we do expect them to come in and take a look and start writing down the assignments for all the different subject areas for that day. So if you ever have a question of what am I child doing in math? What are they doing in reading? This is where you need to look. It's a great way for you to even have a conversation with your kid at school, at home, about what they learned at school that day. Sometimes there might be special assignments or notes or homework written down at the bottom for you. And so this is just your how to know what's going on in your child's day in each content area. So this is a really important tool for you to use this year. Again, really encourage you to, especially this first 6 weeks of school, to get out that expandable binder and go through it with your kid and kind of really talk to them about staying organized, taking care of their assignments. Organization is going to be really key this year. So any help that we can get from your end would be greatly appreciated. Rotating is going amazingly well. So it's our second full day of rotating, and I think the kids, they pretty much already have it down. They know where to go. They know their teachers. They know the procedure, and it's going really, really well. And so I'm really proud of them. And I wasn't sure coming in third grade how it was going to work out, and it's going great. So give your kids a thumbs up. Pat on the back. They're doing really good. Notes that come to and from home. To and from school, to and from home. Those will be kept also in the front pocket of the expandable binder along with this. Typically in first and second grade, I know as a first and second grade teacher, I would actually check each kid's folder for any notes that go home, and we just don't have time for that in third grade. And so we really encourage you to, if there's a note or lunch money or something like that, to please just don't put it in there and not say anything to your kid. Tell your kid, I'm putting this in here. Make sure your teacher gets it. And so they get it out and hand it to us, because we really just don't have time to go through every kid's binder trying to find their stuff. So if you can tell your kid, make sure you give this to your teacher today, that will help us to get the things where they need to go to and from home. Again, we will also send home any paperwork or anything like that in that front pocket. So it's really going to be important that you check that front pocket every single night. Let's see. If you have a question about a specific content question, like math, you have a math question, please email your child's math teacher. I don't teach math. I just do language arts. And so if you will email me about a math question, or you're not sure about an assignment or a grade or whatever, I'm not going to be able to answer that. And so I would have to go to the content teacher anyway, or forward on your email. So just to eliminate me as the middleman, just go ahead and reach out to your child's math teacher, and they can take care of that. On the opposite end, your child's math teacher isn't teaching them language arts necessarily, and so you would need to have that question come to me. Now, if it's a general school form, I lost this, field trip type things, that would be your homeroom teacher. And so that's what you would email your homeroom teacher for. But if you have a specific content question, please go ahead and get in the habit of emailing that content teacher. And that way we can just eliminate the middleman, and you can just go straight to the source, because I'm going to have to go ask that person anyway. I think that's about it. We just wanted to go over the few things about the planner with you. And I think it'll be a really helpful tool for you to know what's going on in your kiddo's day. So hope you have a great night. Go Bobcats.